What's going on, guys? Welcome to Frank's Media and Reviews, and today's video we're going to do a 4K review to Sergio Leone's conclusion of his Dollars trilogy, and that is the masterpiece of The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. And up front, guys, I think this is Arrow Video's greatest release that they have ever done for a single film, and I am not kidding. It is incredible. There is 12 new special features. This is a 4-disc set. There's a booklet, and guys, this will be a deep dive into this entire set because I loved every single minute of this movie and watching the special features and Sad Hill Unearthed documentary. So guys, buckle up. And first, I'd like to thank Deb and Michael over at the Movie Room. Thank you guys so much for sending me a review copy. Without you guys, this review wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much. Head on over to the Movie Room and use my code Frank's Media 10. That's a one-time use code. You can get 10% off your entire purchase, $75 or more, and you get free US shipping. So thank you, Deb and Michael, so dang much. This movie is one of the most iconic films to have ever been made. Not only of the directing, the cinematography, but also the music, and just how this movie has touched so many people. I know a lot of people think of this movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, as the greatest Western film to have been made. And I think every single time that I have rewatched the Dollars trilogy, one has been better than the next. Like A Fistful of Dollars was a fantastic movie, and I absolutely love that film right here. Then the sequel is For a Few Dollars More right here. And after watching The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, I don't know. I think my favorite was For a Few Dollars More. But it might be The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I don't know, man. There's just something about this movie that is simply captivating. The storyline, what it's about two guys. It says two scoundrels in the back, but basically that's kind of what they do. Clint Eastwood and Eli Wallach are known as Blondie or AKA the Man with No Name, and Eli Wallach is the Ugly, also known as Tuco in this movie. They are just a couple guys who are swindlers, man, and that is Eastwood captures Eli, and they get the reward money, and then Clint Eastwood, his character Blondie, when Eli is about to get noosed, hanged, he shoots the rope, and they basically escape from that hanging. And so they get thousands of dollars, and that's their game. And long story short is that their time has come to an end. And it is a back and forth type of movie in the beginning with Eli and Clint Eastwood's characters. And then they find a person with information about $200,000 of Confederate money that's in a cemetery. And each person, Eli and Clint, they know a little bit of the information. So not just one person knows about it. They put that two informations together then they know exactly where that cash is at, but they have to work together. But they're always at odds ends. So there is that portion of the story. Lee plays probably one of the most badass villains. He is so convincing as this character. He's simply incredible, but he's also known as Angel Eyes. And man, he is ruthless. He is a chameleon in this movie. He's a backstabbing person. And of course, he's looking out for himself. But this film has one of the best intros, in my opinion, to any movie that has ever been made, at least to character introduction. I absolutely love how they introduce each character of Ugly bursting through the glass at the bar, getting away from some would-be bounties. And then you meet Angel Eyes. You meet Lee's character, and oh my gosh, man, so damn cool. And then you meet the man with no name again. You meet Clint Eastwood's character, Blondie, and I just love the music that plays and the title for their characters of the film. It's so cool. It's so stylish as well. Simply incredible. That's one thing about this film as well. It's very stylistic. Again, the designer to this movie is incredible. So what ends up happening is all three of these characters, whether they like it or not, they all work together to get this amount of cash, this large sum of cash in a cemetery. And the conclusion is one of the most iconic conclusions to any movie as well. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this stuff. Like, the music is iconic, the ending, the way that it's directed, the style of cinematography, it's incredible, man. Just the wardrobe design to Blondie, very iconic. Again, I went over that multiple times in the previous two reviews, but it's truly an iconic film. And what Arrow Video did for this film, you can tell that they put everything that they had into this film. So if you haven't seen The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, then what the hell, guys? See that movie. See this movie, because it's truly a masterpiece of a film, not just a Western film, but one of the best films of all time. There you go. This 4K release by Arrow Video, it is the same design as the other two, which I displayed. Also, when you put all of them together, you get this on the spine of the man with no name. There's Lee, and then there is Tuco right there. So I thought that was very cool. Something so simple, but very, very cool when you put it on the shelf. So fantastic job, Arrow Video, with just that subtle touch to the design for this trilogy. I'm so happy that they put out limited editions for this, for these three films. Again, overall, the Dollars trilogy is one of the greatest trilogies of all time. And watching the special features, I thought there was something that was pretty cool that I guess I didn't really notice until, again, watching all of the special features and reading the booklet as well. So here it is. Here's the slip. I will go over the special features later on, but because there is a ton of special features, here it is again. there is the front. Here is the back. The 4K is region free. The Blu-ray discs are all region locked. So fair warning, guys. Here is the standard case right there. There is the back. And of course, just like all the others, this is a reversible sleeve right there. Very, very cool. As I stated, that this is a 4-disc set. And yeah, here it is. Here is the international cut that's on the 4K. The Blu-ray is right here, and that's the extended cut right there. Here is all the special features, all 12 new special features, plus archival special features. Incredible disc. Oh my gosh, man. And then I didn't know what this was, but this is a documentary for Sad Hill, which is over at in Spain where it was filmed. This is the cemetery, and they rebuild the cemetery back in 2016, and this is the documentary for it. And this is a very good documentary, which I'll talk about it later on. But as I said, this is, in my opinion, the best release Arrow Video has ever done for a single film. I want to talk about, also really quick. Hello. This comes with the poster. Poster's nice and thick. And bam. So same as the sleeve right here. But there we go. And then here we go. And then here is the booklet. And the booklet, which I'll go over later on, has 5 essays as well. But I want to go over the information that they did, because next I'm going to I'm talking about the 4K transfer and the redesigned audio that they put in this release. So I'm going to put it on the side, but Arrow Video describes, of course, about the presentation, and they did a phenomenal job with this 4K transfer. I think, in my opinion, this is the best looking of all of the trilogies. Maybe because it's a newer film, I don't know, but it simply looked incredible, man. Also, in my opinion, I think this is the best audio design out of the entire trilogy. The music, I don't know what was up, but when I heard the movie, the music, everything, it was just, it sounded so immersive with this 5.1. I don't know. It was seriously an incredible, very surprising experience for this film. So the movie was exclusively restored by Arrow Video or Arrow Films, and is presented in its original aspect of 2.351 in both international and extended cuts. So again, you get both cuts. The soundtrack is presented in restored English mono, as well as this remixed DTS Master 5.1 for both versions. And again, this audio was incredible. Compared to the other two, I don't know what it was, but it sounded much better. Again, I don't know. But the original 35 2-perf Technoscope camera negative was scanned. And the film is further restored and color graded in SDR, HDR10, and Dolby Vision. I'm going to talk about the 4K transfer. Now, the past 2 releases comparing the Arrow Video and the Kino, it was no comparison. The Arrow video just looked better. The colors were more rich. The detail to the close-ups, to the scenery, just looked better. I don't know, just more fine detail. And again, the colors just popped a little bit more. It wasn't so muted with the Kino release. Again, the Kino release was in just SDR, so there's no like HDR 10 to the film with the release. But this is the ultimate release for all three of these movies. Same thing. You could talk about the same thing as in the previous reviews with the 4K transfers. Again, wardrobes look really good, fine detail with the close-ups, and it just looks stunning, man. And again, I already touched upon the audio, but the audio was incredible. They did a fantastic job restoring the audio design. Music was just popping everywhere. And again, dialogue was very clear. Audio cues of some of the gunfire, some of the ambient noises on left speaker, right speaker. It just sounded really good. I don't know. It just sounded like more of a richer audio. In my opinion, I don't know. It was simply fantastic. So audio and visual were practically perfect. I mean, yeah, it just looked incredible. Now, I want to go over the booklet. I'm going to bring that out first because you guys know I'm reading all these booklets. This booklet here is about 58 pages long. There are 5 essays in this book. Some of them are like 10 pages each. And the last one is pretty short, which is, I'll go about it really quick. The first one, Death by Numbers. There we go. This one just talks about a little bit about the numbers of the trilogy and how it kind of just all relates. It's all connected within this film and the dollar trilogies as a whole, but specifically this film. It also kind of just talks about the storyline of the film. So that one isn't too bad. Again, it's broken into chapter form. Next is Theaters of War, the Blue and Shades of Gray. In my opinion, this is probably my favorite essay in this entire booklet. I loved reading. This is by Howard Hughes, and I apologize. The first essay is by Anton Bettel. This one is more of the historical perspective, again, because this movie takes place during the Civil War, which I should have mentioned when describing the film, and it takes place in New Mexico, at least the storyline does, and it talks about how Sergio Leone did a ton of research, and so did the cinematographer and the designer, and how some of the scenes in this movie were basically identical to some of the pictures that they referenced to about when making this film, and it just talks about again the historical moments that takes place in this film and how it relates to what happened in real life. It talks about the big set pieces in this film and where it takes place within the Civil War at that time frame. So I thought that was very cool, and I simply loved it to bits, man. Very, very cool. The economics of survival. There it is right there. This one I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't really care for it, and um, I feel kind of bad. But again, it's who I am. I'm just being honest with you guys. This one kind of just talks about the characters and how they specifically relate to the society at the time, and where it just kind of is. And I don't know. Some of it was far-fetched a little bit. I don't know. But the essay wasn't for me. I apologize. It's well written. It's very good in that aspect, but again, I apologize. Next is Flash Images, the eternally cool Western style of the good, the bad, and the ugly. This one I really liked. This talks about the design of the film. This also talks about, it talks about the wardrobes, it talks about the set pieces. It really kind of goes into the design artists. This is a very cool booklet. And then also the person who was head of the restoration, he has an essay on this as well about the versions. That is James Flower. That was very cool to read about all of the physical releases of this film and the restorations for each one and the different cuts. How this film was originally 181 minutes, broken down into shorter cuts, and very, very cool. That one is pretty short, but it was a fun read as well. So there it is, guys. That's the booklet. Talked about all 5 essays. Special features. So there are 13 new special features for this release. So not 12, but 13. And they all vary from 10 minutes to a couple 30-minute ones. I mean, it's just, there's so many special features. It's crazy. So it is a circular trilogy. The laughter behind the epic, 3 colors, Sergio and Sergio, the hand that drew the West. They called him Angel Eyes, from falls to fame, the man, the cut, the masterpiece, frames of glory, the magic sound, the voice behind the gold, call of the coyote, and the good, the great, and the moody. Ton of special features, guys. So the 13 special features range of like the production crew and children of the people of like Carlo Simi and just other members who were integral parts of the film. So it talks about that. Like the writer, you got the son of the writer. So that's the laughter behind the epic. What was it? I'm trying to find it really quick. They called him Angel Eyes. That's about like 11 minutes long, but that was really cool. Again, it's the biographer for Lee Van Cleef, and yeah, he adds a little humor to his interview, and so I thought that was pretty great. But these special features, all of them, were very, very fun to watch, and I highly recommend watching it. And the last special feature I want to talk about is actually the 4th disc, which is Sad Hill Unearthed. This is an 1.5-hour documentary and how just recreates the famous cemetery area and the importance of it and what it meant to individuals, whether that's local or fans of the film. Really, really cool. Again, there were some great interviews as well. Some I wasn't actually expecting. Again, this was a first time watch. So it's the lead singer of Metallica, the importance of that song, of the ecstasy of gold, and how it's just so famous, been used in advertisements a bunch, and it's just an iconic song, and how it just pumps the band up, and they've been playing it before their show for 30 years. So I thought that was really cool. And then the interviews again with Ennio of Clint Eastwood is in here as well. And yeah, it just talks about how the process started and what jump started them actually doing it, which was actually the death of Eli Wallach. And so a very cool 1.5-hour documentary, and definitely well worth your time, especially at the end of the final product. And it was so cool. There was like 4,000 people that made it to celebrate this occasion, and the videos that were made. It was just very cool, man. I had a blast, and I just had a really good feeling after watching the documentary. So it was well done, and I highly recommend it. So that's it, guys. That's my in-depth review for The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Thank you for watching. As I said earlier, this is, to me, in my opinion, the greatest release for a single film Arrow Video has ever put out. So much hard work, not only with the 4K transfer, with the audio designs of the mono and the 5.1, but also the 13 new special features, plus the added disc of Sad Hill Unearthed. That's a mouthful, man, but this is easily, in my opinion, the top, if not top 3, top 5 of best releases of 2025. Simply a stunning and a must-own release for this year. Incredible release, guys. So bravo, Arrow Video. And guys, thanks for watching. If you stayed this long, again, thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you do. I really appreciate it. Check out my tier memberships. Thank you to John from Let's Talk Entertainment Media, William Driver, and Insomniac. And guys, have a great one.